I didn't want to mention this, but I have to because you've just predicted this episode.
No, he wants to fuck a baby.
Yeah, he's admitting to wanting to fuck. It's crazy.
I would have sex with a 16-year-old right now. Nothing stopping me, and I will do it.
He's saying he's.
Oh, we do too many impressions. Every week, there's one of us doing a dumbass voice saying the worst thing you've ever heard.
And I use it for the intro every time. Hello, and welcome back to Binge and Cringe. I am Joe, and I'm here with Stanz, who has told me, Slop is the best thing in the world. So he is going to be Mr. Slopman this episode. I have prepared nothing. Stanz, what?
Great, and
what
so
are we doing
I
today?
think you're saying this as if you think I didn't plan an elaborate opening.
Well, okay, if you did plan an elaborate opening, doesn't that go against your slop theory thing?
That's what makes the best slop anti-slop. I have something topical because here's the deal, and you don't believe this. Glee is in the zeitgeist.
Glee. Yes! It's the best day ever. Holy shit. Glee is in the zeitgeist, Stanz. I didn't believe it, but I'm glad that you can convince me. Tell me how.
So I went to the most popular website on the internet, BuzzFeed.com, and I found which Glee character are you really? Not just which Glee character are you. Which Glee character are you really?
Stanz, is the thing that you've brought that we're going to do a fucking BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah, of course we're going to do a BuzzFeed quiz. It's obvious, but not we, because I can't do it. I don't want to be spoiled. I don't even know these characters or songs. You are going to do a BuzzFeed quiz that I will proctor, and then we'll talk about the results.
Wait, but it's going to spoil either way, because if I'm answering
I
the
won't
question...
really know, because how could I pick the best, for example, the first question, the best Glee duet? I've never even heard most of these.
Okay, sure.
Also, who's this blonde guy? You know what I'm saying? The best
also,
Glee
this is going to be so good for all the audio listeners here. I'm so glad. We actually have audio listeners. I don't know if you know this.
Good. Then instead of telling them the song, I will sing
You serenade
lick.
the song, yes.
I'm forever yours. Faithfully. That's the first Glee duet.
Sorry, why did you use such a pause?
There's a huge pause there. There's a huge pause there at the end of the song. I didn't cut out. That's how the song goes.
I don't think it's that big of a pause. I think that was crazy.
Oh my god, this guy's not a Journey fan.
Okay. Before we actually get into the thing.
Yeah, and I will say there's a lot of questions, and I don't think this is actually good content, so we have to go fast.
Why are we doing this?
Because I thought you asked for something, and I was like, you know what?
This is good. I'm just worried because I have to give context to each of the duets.
No, you don't. Literally, I think you just rapid fire pick, and then we get your character, and I make fun of you. That's it.
Okay, sure.
The best Glee duet. We don't even have to say the options, because you could just say your best
Glee duet out of these options.
Yes.
Oh, The Boy Is Mine is really, really good. That's a season 1 song. We've not got there yet.
We haven't
Don't
gotten
Stop
to it
Believing. It's not really a duet. It's like a whole cast thing. I know there's 2 main singers, but like it's not really a duet, right?
Don't accept it. I mean, BuzzFeed is a pinnacle of journalism, but
Proud Mary as well is not a duet. What the fuck? We just saw that.
Oh yeah, we
last
just watched
episode.
that, which was crazy.
There's Mercedes, Artie, and Tina are like 3 main singers, but obviously they're all singing in it. So that's crazy for it to be considered a duet. There's so many here. I would say The Lady is a Tramp is definitely a duet, but is bad.
Bad? You think they put an actual bad duet on there?
I just don't think there are better duets. I don't think there's a single good duet here, really.
Do you know the BuzzFeed meta?
Put bad choices so that people share it and be like, oh my god.
Not just bad choices. That is one meta. This is just make it easy for someone to get the character they want. So they basically had to put like a fucking
Puck.
Mohawk guy song. Yeah, they had to put a Puck song so that people who click that, even if it's not a good song, could get Puck and be like, yeah, that's my favorite.
That's mine. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer honestly, though, because I want to know what character
Yes, you should. Exactly. While you can cheese it to get your character, you should answer honestly.
Honestly, wait, does it end at Lucky? Because
it ends at
I'm
Lucky.
not choosing any of those. I think the best one out of those is The Boy Is Mine, because it's an actual good duet, but it's not like a duet where they're like, oh my god, I'm in love with you. It's like a creative duet, and it's the 2 sassiest characters, and they fucking go off, and it's when Santana's like actually a character rather than...
Santana, holy shit. I was going to call her Sonora, like the tacos in the desert. Oh my
Sonora.
God! Thank God you said that.
She would be called Sonora if she sang "The Lady's a Tramp" because honk shoe, Sonora.
Oh, Sonora! Oh my God, he's a podcaster.
Let's go.
Okay, what is the best New Direction song?
Oh my God! Wait, that's so tricky. So these are the ones that they actually
It's
sing.
not Bust a Move because we've seen that. That's for sure.
It might be Bust a Move
Or Gold Digger.
So yeah, these are the actual New Direction songs, not like like sometimes they go off in their own headspace.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
sing
they're
a
just like they're
song.
doing the story
Yeah.
exposition. This is like they perform songs.
Yes, these are actually performances, not like dream sequences. My Life Would Suck Without You is actually a banger from Glee. I'm trying to think of like just a song that I would listen to the Glee version. My
Sure.
Life Would Suck Without You is pretty good. Jump is iconic, especially because they're in a mattress store and they're all wearing
For a little
pajamas
pajama
and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I might have
This
to,
is song, not performance, though.
I
So
might have to give it to Gold Digger Stanz.
you're actually memeing. You're memeing. You're
It's
trying to.
iconic.
I worked hard to bring you this content,
I
and you're
love it,
memeing.
Stans. It's so good. Gold Digger. Gold
clicked
Digger's
it.
my
I've clicked
choice.
it. I've clicked
I'm
it.
going to
That's
get
it.
Will Schuester. Oh.
What is your favorite animal?
This seems like, I don't know what context any of these would be for any of the characters in
It's
the show.
gonna be the most stereotypical thing, where it's like a unicorn is
Yeah.
girly girl. You know
yeah,
what
but
I mean?
it's
Dog
okay.
is
I'll
Finn.
read out the options because they're crazy. Spider,
It's
peacock,
gonna be
dog,
wheelchair is
dragon.
Artie, by the way.
Dragon?
Yeah.
Wheelchair is Artie.
These nuts, idiot! Get baited.
Stans, I said it first. That doesn't count. Second of all, you just
I
said
didn't.
wheelchair is going to be Artie, as though wheelchair is
'cause
an
that's
animal.
how stereotypical BuzzFeed. Yeah, BuzzFeed would do it though. They would do it.
But there's not. We can see the options.
Yeah. Let me scroll down a little bit. Wheelchair editor. Throw wheelchair in there. We need a
yeah.
live editor. You know how podcasts have like that third guy,
Yeah, we don't need a third
like
guy.
Zipper. where
I'm
it's
the
like, hey,
third
we'll
guy,
pull it up.
Stans.
I know you're the third guy. We need to be successful enough to have a third guy that we just bring in when we're having an argument.
Okay, I mean, out of these animals, obviously dog, but like, I don't. That
Oh,
feels
you're
like
so
such a
basic.
normie.
You're
That's
so basic.
it's such a normie pick, though. Like dragons are
I
cool.
pick parrot
but-
here 10 times out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, putting unicorn and dragon on a list of your favorite animal is crazy. So,
Is it?
just for the if dragons were real, I'd choose dragon, but they're not real, so I'm not going to choose a fucking
You're
dragon.
not choosing dragon when it's your favorite animal because they're
No,
not
because
real.
it's not an animal. Dragons aren't fucking animals; they're mythical creatures.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, who was okay? This one's actually going to be a
close your
spoiler.
eyes. La 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 la. Don't look at any of
You
these
want-
stands.
but I have
What
to
the
click
hell?
It. I have to click it. I have to click it.
You
though.
have to click it. Well,
Dude, I won't
fuck.
remember. You told me that
this
what's her
is
name
so
was faking
great,
the list.
Stans. You brought spoilers to the
Okay,
podcast.
how about this? I'm closing my eyes. I'm gonna put it on screen. I'm closing my eyes. Tell
Just
me
click
when my
any of them. I
cursor
don't. Okay,
is
yeah,
over the right
wait,
one.
I will. Okay.
Tell me where to move. Tell me where to
Stop. Go down a little bit. Controversial pick. That one.
Click.
Up a little bit.
Should I click? Am I on it? Up.
Yeah, click.
Okay. Did I get it?
Controversial pick. I'm sorry. Right.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. Tell me when it's off screen.
Keep going. And stop. Sorry,
Okay.
audio listeners, I can't describe any of that because I don't want to spoil Stance for the fucking series
Check
we're
out the
watching.
beginning on
It's
YouTube, and you'll be fine.
It's crazy.
What is the most important musical of all time?
Oh god, I feel very uneducated talking about the most important musical of all
That's
time.
okay, dude. This quiz is for 12-year-olds. Do you think they've seen all these?
No, because important's different than like your favorite, right? Because
Yes, of course.
if it was my favorite on this list, it might be Hairspray. My favorite on this list.
There's nothing wrong
But
with
I don't think it's the most important like
Sure.
musical of all time. I feel like Les Miserables is probably like the most important out of those,
All
right?
You're very stuck up, very up your own.
Well, I'm all about revolution here, you know?
And what are you having for dinner tonight?
Honestly, I might not be having anything for dinner, but
Oh my god, nothing.
oh, is that all?
What would you like to have for dinner tonight?
Yeah, I'm feeling very hungry now looking at this list. There's
Yeah,
like,
the Indian. The Indian looks great.
yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah,
It actually looks the best
The
of all
curry
these.
looks so good. There's spaghetti meatball. Spaghetti bolognese maybe. I don't know. Pizza, sushi, cupcakes.
Just a sandwich.
Just a
There's cupcakes
sandwich?
and
That'd be
regular
crazy.
cake.
There's
so
steak
funny.
there, but that steak doesn't look that good.
You're crazy. That steak is professionally photographed.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't look that good, I feel like.
I see.
I'm going to go with the
there's one.
curry.
You got it.
Yo!
Oh, you're a star, bro.
I got Rachel Berry. I'm the GOAT.
Wow,
I was
you're the main
the
character.
only thing that I didn't want was Will Schuester. I would die if I got Will Schuester.
You're fighting Will
Because
Schuester.
if I'm honest, I feel like I am more Will Schuester than anyone else in the show.
Right. I mean, Will Schuester. If you pick steak here, you get Will Schuester. Straight up.
Maybe. But also, wait. So Rachel Berry currently, from where we're watching, has only been cringe like a couple of times, Stanz. But for the whole entire every series of the show. Like, as we watch, you'll realize. So I cheered as well getting Rachel Berry because I was excited because I was like, yes, because I'm in the headspace of where we are currently and I think she's okay. Right. Oh my God, is it bad to get Rachel Berry in this quiz stance? This is probably the worst character.
Maybe that will be like the arc of the podcast. Like season 1, you're not cringe at all. You're cool. We like you. But then
Wait,
as the seasons go on, you devolve.
I'm never going to be cringe.
Well, that's what Rachel thought.
No, I think she knows she's cringe. That's almost her like one redeeming fact is that she knows that she's like diva and cringe. So okay, well, that was fun. I'm very sorry for the visual aspects for the audio listeners. And
here's the crazy thing,
crazy. You were just like, there's a whole ass spoiler, and you were like, I don't care, which is it spoils like 90% of the reason people watch this show is for all of the couples and their love interest plotline.
Yeah, but you want to see it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to have it spoiled.
I don't care about spoilers.
You're crazy.
And for people who have never watched Glee but are for some reason watching a Glee watch-along podcast, sorry if you got spoiled.
Wait, no, people are watching Glee for the first time with us, Stanz. There's a lot of people that are doing
actually?
that. Yeah.
Well, then hopefully they close their eyes when I close my eyes.
A ton of people are watching with us that, like... So they were aware of you, I guess, and
you guess.
Well, otherwise, I don't know how else you would find this if you didn't know Glee, right? But I know there are people that are watching for the first time with us that have said things like, "Oh, I hated Glee, would never have wanted to watch it in a million years, and I watched the first episode with you guys. It was like, damn, this is like actually fun." And now they like are annoyed when we don't do a Glee episode. So
they hate Sharknado and shit like that. Yeah.
Okay, well that was fun.
That was fun.
Fun little quiz. I'm Rachel Berry now. I wish we could do the same for you, but I don't want to go through all of that one more time. And also
at the end of the show. Yeah, it would be spoilers. I can't choose my favorite couple at McKinley High. You know?
Well, Rachel was one half of the couple that I chose. So maybe
you
that
might have,
had a
like
heavy...
I said, BuzzFeed is very simple. Yeah, they're heavy-handed.
Yeah. But she wasn't in the song that I chose, either of the songs. I mean,
in my mind,
like
the controversial couple is Rachel and Shu. And he picked it. Because you said it was controversial.
Okay, I didn't want to mention this, but I have to because you've just predicted this episode.
No, you're actually lying. There's no way.
I'm not.
That's gross. He's a teacher. Wait, he should be canceled. Pedophile alert. Get fucking Azalea Banks.
I'm so sorry to spoil, but I can't. You can't call. Oh, what are they gonna do? Like have a couple episode? And that's literally the episode we're gonna watch.
Well, yeah, but she's a student. I don't get it. It has to be one way, unrequited. Because if Shu is
I can't spoil. I won't spoil anymore.
Yeah, we'll
but
watch it. Watch it. That's disgusting, though.
It is.
I hate it.
And I literally have on my list of notes to talk about like before the episode. In all capitals, this is one hell of an episode. So yeah, we can get more into the Glee part of this when we're about to watch it, but we have some more slop for the viewers' stands. We are slop pilled.
I think we should change the name. Because while it is slop, that is maybe not appealing.
Like, what if much like a sloppy Joe is not appealing.
What if we have YumYums? What if we got some YumYums for the people?
Didn't someone say that was a nickname for Sloppy Joe? Is that why you're saying YumYum?
Damn, I didn't think it was, but now I'm thinking maybe subconsciously it was.
Wait, was that not intentional?
No, it was not intentional at all.
That's so funny. Someone in
I was thinking of like what sounds appetizing, and then in my head I just went yum yum yum.
yeah,
yum.
Sloppy
And then I was
Joe's
like, oh,
brackets YumYums, which I only thought of that. I didn't know that was a thing because apparently someone left it in the comments of the latest YouTube video, the last podcast.
Yeah, I saw it for sure. So I think definitely they incepted me.
Because in the UK, YumYums are like sweet treats that you get from like Greg's that are like a pastry roll covered in like glazing, and it's like a donut but in a roll.
Right, it's a yum yum.
Yeah. Which it should be called a YumYum. A Sloppy Joe should not be called a fucking YumYum.
They don't call it a yum yum. I mean, maybe they do over there.
Fucking
they call it a sloppy.
abomination.
You know what you're getting with a sloppy Joe. It's going to be sloppy.
Why are they called YumYums? The fried cakes were bought. Oh no! This is good YumYums. Where Sloppy Joe YumYum. What is the fancy name for Sloppy Joes? Manwich?
Did you Google that?
No, this is like a Google option. It's like people also ask.
Right.
So fancy names for Sloppy Joes: Manwich, Slush Burger. That sounds horrific.
Slush burger sounds disgusting.
YumYums. There we go. Dynamite. What?
Oh.
Spoon burgers, which actually makes sense because you should eat them with a spoon. I kind of
spoon
agree.
burgers kind of rips.
Yeah. I think that's the best one so far. And a tavern sandwich. I don't know.
Ooh, mysterious. My next
Yeah.
D&D campaign, I'm going to serve tavern sandwiches.
At the tavern. Wow. So
Yes,
original.
yeah.
Great name.
So what's your yum yum of the week?
Sorry, I'm just looking up Sloppy Joe facts now. I'm just scrolling down. Is Sloppy Joe
I
an
can see
American
how this
thing?
would be frustrating for you now that I'm on the other side.
Oh, really interesting. Is it really annoying you not being able to see the things that someone's looking at? By the way, as I was editing the last episode of the podcast, I asked you 3 times to send me a picture of what your Sloppy Joes that you were looking at looked like, because I said there is no way that that beans on toast looks like a Sloppy Joe. And then you said, yeah, sure, here's a picture of baked beans. So then, and I was like, dude,
I
that's
thought you were
insane.
asking, send a picture of baked beans that look like sloppy joes.
Yeah, so then
and
I
you were
went,
asking
no,
send a
I
picture
was
of sloppy
asking
joes
for
that
a
look like
picture of
baked
Sloppy Joe's not baked beans. And then you go, yeah, that's what I sent. And I'm like, no, we're having different conversations.
Because
You went, we're
honestly,
not.
at first glance, it looks like a sloppy Joe. I couldn't even tell because they look so similar.
It doesn't. Sorry, before we got onto Sloppy Joes and YumYums, there was something. Were you saying something or was I saying something?
You were saying you have a little slop you're bringing, and I said let's change the name, change the paradigm.
Oh, I
What's
have a bit
your
of
yum-yum?
Sorry, I have
Yeah,
some
give me your
YumYums to
yum-yum
bring.
this week.
Because you said Glee is always in the zeitgeist. Well, I have some proof, my friend.
Sure.
Although
The only thing that would truly make me believe it's in the zeitgeist is if President Joseph Biden used a Glee gif to talk about Israel v. Palestine. That is the only way. Anything other than that, and I'm like, dude, it's not in the zeitgeist.
well, unfortunately, it's not that. But also, that's a crazy barometer for things being like popular. It's if Joseph Biden used it to describe the Gaza
most pressing
conflict.
global crises, you know?
Yeah, he's forever using gifs of famous shows that are popular. Okay, so you might look at this and go, "This is not Glee."
Okay, sorry. This is from Pissboy McGee, and the caption
didn't
is.
look at his name.
Yeah, you didn't look at his handle. I did, of course. This is cracking me up. Like everything else he does is half-assed, except that one move. That's his move. And
So this is a really good video. We're gonna watch the video. I watched this video and I think my brain's broken. I was just like, this is so Glee coded, you know? You just
So
like.
is this not even a Glee thing?
No, there's nothing to do with Glee in the video. It's not like a Glee song or anything. This guy isn't in Glee. It's just a dance that he's doing. But the dance that he's doing is like, I can imagine Will Schuester doing that, you know?
Right. Of course. Let's see what Pissboy
Because look at
McGee
him doing
has.
that move. That move, he is fucking killing it. And then the whole thing is that he does every other bit of the dance so half-assed and doesn't really put any effort in.
Right.
And I'm looking at this and I'm like, he's putting a bit of effort in. And then he goes to the move. As soon as the move kicks in, look at how fast he goes.
Everyone's doing it pretty well, to
He's
be
like
honest.
a fucking Fortnite character. It's so sick. Look at him
Did
go.
you see the next comment? You know his wife was like, Ron, get up and do your wiggle.
So he's just doing the rest of the dance like my wife made
Yeah,
me do
so that he
this.
can do it. He does speed up, but so does everyone again, yeah.
I actually forgot about this, Stanz. I found this is going to be. I don't actually know whether to show this to you.
What does that mean?
Because you're never gonna let this live down. Like, you're gonna show this on stream. I feel like you'll never.
Oh, is it you singing a Glee song?
No, I mean, as soon as you have this knowledge, this power, this is like too much for you.
Explain.
But I think I have to. I won't. I'll share my screen. Okay, it was a YouTube short that I found. I'm gonna show it you, and it's the What's
I'm
Good
right
podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna play this instantly. I'm gonna play this on stream. I'm gonna go live right now and play this because I have a feeling he's gonna validate my opinions about Ruse.
Yeah, so it's on the What's Good podcast, and Laserbeam.
No, give a little circumstance here, because there might be some Glee listeners that don't understand this. Now, I am both a vegetarian and an absolute unit. You know what I mean? I don't harm animals, but in the right situation, I might have to. For example, there's a famous clip of a man saving his dog from a kangaroo. After I watched it, I told chat, like, yeah, if my wife was in a headlock by a roo, or if it was life and death, I could very obviously take down the average roo. And no, do not. I'm not done. No. What did I say last time? No. Now, for the next 2 years, people have sent me pictures of fucking Big Red, the world's biggest kangaroo who's jacked. And they said, yeah, you can't beat this, can you fucking idiot? And then I would send them, well, actually, the average roo is like 3.5 feet tall, and you could punt them like a goddamn football.
Right. You've
so
also
now,
said not only you've changed it slightly, because saying if it was a life or death situation is crazy. Because,
well, I wouldn't do it for pleasure. I love animals.
You're saying it like you would if it was a 1v1, you would beat them, not like
yes, for sure.
if Rochelle was in danger. I think that's different. I think you get
I'm just saying that is the context for the only situation I would even try, because I love animals. I'm not going to go.
What I'm saying is like if like. I don't know, if your wife is under a car, you like suddenly you
get
gain
superhuman
adrenaline and strength.
Sorry,
and
yeah,
you're able
abstract
to do
it. Again, it's just like me versus a roo. The average roo, I fucking absolutely sleep it.
And you've also said you would kill any roo, to be clear, not just the average roo. I think that is also... But either way, Stanz is famous for people in his chat get really annoyed at him saying there's no way you would beat a kangaroo. I would say 99% of everyone that gets annoyed at him isn't even Australian and has never seen a kangaroo in their life. So
correct, and that's my argument. It's like you guys don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about either.
I do, because I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah, but that's different, because every chatter has also done the same.
I'm one step further. They are not on my level.
I would say the only people that are able to talk about this with any sort of credibility would be Australians.
Australians and roo researchers, of which I am one.
You are not, but that
I've
Wikipedia does not count, Stance.
Roll the clip. Let's see it.
Laserbeam is Australian, and he's being asked about kangaroos on the podcast, and I think you can see where this is going.
Kangaroos there.
Yeah. Kangaroos everywhere.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So if you're on a farm, won't the kangaroos just come fuck up the animals?
No.
What
do you think kangaroos do?
Well, I've seen that video.
Thank
where
you.
Like knocking on the window.
Oh, I've seen that video.
I haven't seen that video, but I can imagine
it.
it.
Scary as fuck.
Look at this.
It is scary.
That's so funny. But that, like, you could fuck that up. Like, you could go out there and punch the shit out of that kangaroo. They're not actually a dangerous animal.
It's crazy that he literally says you could go out there and punch the shit
claws
out of it.
are out.
And it's like, no, that's exactly what Stanz has been saying this whole time for years.
Because I've been right. And here's the crazy thing. The world has not worn me down. I wore this fucking scarlet letter. I spoke my truth for so long. And now that I finally have this, people are just going to ignore it and be like, what are you talking about? We never said that.
Well, I was one of those people. I was one of the people that thought that you wouldn't be able to beat this. Like, I thought average kangaroo, sure. But the kangaroos that you see that are all fucking jacked up, that look terrifying, I was like, there's no way you could beat them. But Laserbeam's saying you could go out there and punch the shit out of him. He's the most credible source I have found on beating
That you've
up
ever found in the
kangaroos.
Rue discourse? Yeah.
So, and he's specifically talking about beating up a kangaroo whilst this scary video plays of a kangaroo with his claws out, like trying to break into someone's house.
You think you could beat that up?
Fuck yeah.
Do you think you can beat that up? Fuck yeah.
That's what I said. Literally, me and him are the same, and
Yeah.
chat was just so mad.
It is. I'm mad watching this. I watched
And
this.
this is before I trained boxing, dude. Box, he's bigger
Okay,
than a Rue. I'll
don't-
tell you that.
Yeah, but you also dislocated your
much bigger
shoulder
than a Rue.
and have had surgery and haven't boxed
Yeah, and now
or
I'm
trained
stronger. I'm the
since.
bionic man.
No, that's
this
not
one
how that
ejects at
works.
hundreds of miles per hour. It's a
That's
Mach
not how
punch.
that works.
That is how. Have you seen Rookie of the Year? This is a movie podcast. The same thing happened to me. Pachoo!
Sorry, you can't say this is a movie podcast, and therefore,
Yeah.
first of all, it's
You
not
have
a
to-
movie
you have
podcast.
to understand all movie
And
references
also,
that I give, yeah. You've
every
seen
single
every
movie
movie.
reference, you don't have to
Yeah.
explain. If it's in a movie or a TV show, from now on, we don't have to give any context or explain
Agreed.
it because
Yeah,
this is
we'll
a
just
movie
say the
podcast.
title.
Yeah.
And sometimes a sound where I went like Pachoo!
Pachoo!
See,
Everyone understands. Yeah.
Have you seen Rookie of the Year?
No.
Rookie of the Year is a movie where a small
name
child.
a movie that you've seen and I've probably not seen it, and like vice versa for
Vice
me.
versa. Yeah.
It's
that is
crazy.
true.
How
It's good because we're yin and yang. We've seen all movies together.
Yeah, but also current movies, I feel like we have seen similar things. Because
Yeah,
I
I
kind of
just
see
skip the
every
superhero
movie.
stuff.
So,
That's yeah.
which I've been slacking recently. I've not been to see Killer or Killers of the Flower Moon or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh,
Like,
I saw it. Yeah,
Either of
it's
them.
good. It's not really good. It's just good, and so
Ah.
you might, if you go into it with high expectations, you might let yourself down.
Okay. Is it good but like too long, or is it just
No,
good?
no, it's not too long. I actually
3.5
don't
hours
even
is very long.
I don't
Like,
subscribe to like a movie can be too long discourse at all. I don't care. The movie can be 20
did you
minutes
piss
and the
halfway
movie-
through because you have like a tiny
did.
little baby boy bladder.
Okay, that's crazy to say, but I did. I went to the bathroom one time. I ran and I missed, 60 seconds maybe.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna
I do think
that,
that intermissions are good.
there should
to
be
be clear.
intermissions. Yeah, there should be.
Yeah, but I also
But,
don't
like,
think a
built
movie
in.
can be too long to be good. It's just if it's too long to be good, that means there were bad parts of the movie. Because if it was all juice, then it wouldn't be too long. You know what I mean?
I still think, like, okay, let's take this to its extreme. A
8-hour
12-hour movie.
Band of Brothers straight through and without stopping is hype. It's just you have to piss and shit and eat.
Yet nothing is fun after doing it for longer than like 6 hours, I think.
Brother, you never played Suiki game.
That is a perfect example because I feel like there's just a cutoff point to most things where if you've
Mm-hmm.
done nothing but that without any breaks, it is awful from that point onwards.
Sure. I just don't think that we're even approaching that with movies, especially at 3.5 hours.
I think 3.5 hours is close to that for sure. Especially you're talking to like not me, but like the TikTok generation. Like that's an hour is too
Fuck
long.
'em.
But
I'm not making movies for them.
one of my friends
I'm not making
can't
movies at all.
can't watch movies because he gets distracted and would have to look at his phone. It's crazy.
There are, I don't know if this is real. You know how sometimes older people will believe, like, especially in the US, like Republican talking points that are crazy. And then we'll go like, oh, those dumb old people. I am that, but for negative things about Zoomers. Where it's like
Yeah.
Zoomers are always on their phone in the theater, and I'm like, I hate them, and I've never seen it once in my life, but I believe it. And I'm getting shoveled fake news, and I'm
Yeah.
regurgitating. Yeah,
I'm just thinking of that, but like actual bad things. And it's funny that your version is just Zoomers on their phone.
because
in
it's
the
a thing I
cinema.
can't verify. I can't like think about it.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
but you're
shit, is
just-
that really happening? You
I
know?
don't think I've ever felt like you were more privileged than just then. That's the thing that you like get mad about that you've never even seen exist. And
Because
it's-
I would never believe the other stuff. The other stuff is
yeah,
so
yeah,
crazy.
But the point, like the fact that you've never seen it is like that's the craziest thing that you could think of that you were going to be mad at that you've never seen happen.
well,
And
we're
it's someone on
talking
their
about
phone.
Zoomers and the attention
Yeah,
spans.
but if it was like, even if you had seen it, it's not even like that bad of a thing. I wouldn't give a shit if someone was on their phone in the cinema, as long as it wasn't like loud, right? If they were playing sound out loud, that's
Wait,
crazy.
sorry, it's loud in terms of brightness. It's loud to my eyes.
Okay, if they weren't shining their fucking torch on their phone in
Yeah.
my eyes, I don't give a shit. They could do whatever.
I
the fuck
think
they
I
want.
am seeing, and I think a lot of these are fake on TikTok, where it's like people having phone calls, right? And then someone's like, "Put your phone down,"
No
and then they get in a
way.
fight. You haven't seen those on TikTok? It's
No.
actually millennial anti-Zoomer bait. It's just hate. It's literally propaganda.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
4 years
terrible,
old, so I don't see any of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I do. For a week I was in gardening TikTok, and I'm back out, and I don't know how to get back.
Are you still gardening? Like,
Yeah, I love
doing
it. I
your
cannot stop.
beans or whatever the fuck you're
I've
working
got.
on?
Excuse me, you're too British for me. I'm growing peppers and
Peppers. Oh, interesting. How are they looking? Do you have any
Oh,
pictures?
they're good. I could show you some pictures. Not right this second. They're not on my computer, but I could give you an update next episode.
Well, send me the pictures and I'll put them on the screen and we'll go, wow, look at the
Oh, okay.
peppers.
Got it.
Look
got
at
it,
them.
got it. But I
Stanz,
feel
they're
like
there
it's
right
like
now.
a guy
They're on the screen.
they're on the screen right now. I feel like I want to show off the baby pictures of them when they were first sprouting because you're only seeing, I assume, where they are currently. I don't know if I took any older pictures.
Well, you should have taken old pictures. That's cringe of you.
I didn't expect to have this
Imagine
emotional
having a baby
relationship
and
with
not
my plants.
taking pictures of it. That's crazy.
I know. Well, I didn't think these peppers would be my baby.
That's very cute. It is
You know
old
how,
of you,
dude?
though.
We're actually a little too off the rails, and I know me being the one to say that is crazy. Like we're just doing too many slops, but I have some YumYums.
You have some YumYums. Go ahead with
I
your
have some YumYums, and we could save it for next week, maybe. How about I address it, and you tell me if it's a good topic, and we talk about it next week. I'll just say the name.
Okay.
It's Baby Girl Discourse for Men in Media.
I don't even understand what that...
Do you know, you've never seen something, and people online will be like, oh, Kendall from this show is
Oh,
he's
it's
so
Baby Girl. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
that. What?
You've seen that.
Yeah.
It's
But
getting bigger. It's everywhere. I'm watching Survivor, and I saw a character, and I thought, oh my god, he's so Baby Girl, and I clutched my pearls. I realized, my eyes were opened, and I now realize Baby Girl. It's like, oh, you have to protect it.
We'd save that for next week because...
All right, we'll talk about it next week. I think it's good.
Stans,
Yeah,
you for next week, you need to prepare. For me, this is like the opposite of what we normally do,
Right.
because all the Baby Girl shit has like passed me by. I
Sure.
don't really understand and have never thought this person is so Baby Girl.
I was the same way. This is why it's good, because
So
I was the
that's
same
what I'm
way. and I was
saying.
like, you guys are being
Don't tell
weird.
me you prepare I tell you what, you prepare a fucking PowerPoint presentation next week on
in
on
your
Baby
fucking
Girl.
dreams.
What's
so
great
much
is it's a
work.
podcast, so you don't have to do anything visual. You can just mentally prepare.
Oh, I can just describe a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Slide one. Yeah. Well, what about the YouTube people?
We'll just lie to them and say,
Love that.
"Oh, it stands
Oh,
in
it
recorded
didn't
screen."
appear.
Oh no.
DRM. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Microsoft won't allow their products. Okay, cool. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. So you need to tell me what Baby Girl is, and that could be
Okay.
the slop for next episode.
Damn, I think that could be good enough for a main channel video. I've been thinking about Baby Girl all day.
You prepare something, and
Mm-hmm.
if it's like 5 minutes of content, then it's podcast. If it's like
Got it.
half an hour, then main channel. We've been going for 40 minutes, which is crazy.
I know. Yeah, you at 15 minutes, I was like, perfect, let's watch the show. And you're like, we need more. And now we've done 40. And now, after we're going to watch this episode, at the end, I'm going to be tired in the post recap.
Yeah, well, you're not, because Stans, this episode is fucking crazy. As I said before, there are like
I can
three...
see your screen, so I don't want to leak. I don't want to leak.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you all the three of these things, because there are three insane things that happen. The Stans knows all three because you see my screen. So probably the craziest plotline we've ever seen, which I already spoiled for you.
Yeah. Which I don't even want to. I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, we'll get there. It will be a fun ride. One of the plot lines, which is the craziest plotline we've ever seen, is going to involve maybe one of my favorite songs in Glee, but I think I say that every episode. So
You do. You say that every episode. And you also say this one's got no sleepers, and then a song will play, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about this one. It
Yeah,
sucks.
well, this episode I think has like 5 songs, and
Oh, too many.
there are a couple sleepers. But,
and I love songs.
But Stans, there is a mashup in this song,
Okay.
in
I
this
do like
episode,
mashups.
and it is a very good mashup. Unfortunately, it is linked to the Rachel X Schuester plotline.
When did this come out? Did we not realize that teachers can be predators in 2008 or whatever?
It is they address it kind of. It's not done. It's Glee, right? So they don't do it well,
Kind of.
but they know that it's not right. We'll see when we get there. No spoilers.
My mind's telling me no, but my body.
Imagine that's the song that they do.
I'm thinking it is. I can't imagine how they address it without like, you know what I mean?
Holy shit, an R. Kelly special would be crazy. And so they're 2, and then the third thing is, on top of all of that, they also address the ongoing plot that they've been developing every single episode, the Quinn baby plotline. gets even more development, and boy, is there a shit ton of drama. That plus the Rachel Schuester, it's going to be a fucking big one. I didn't realize how big of an episode this was, and that they both happened at the same time. If you haven't already joined the Patreon, this would be the episode to do so, just so you can witness with us
the real
reactions to this episode. Because if there's ever going to be one, it would be this episode. And I will try and avoid giving like the biggest juice, because usually when I give you guys a snippet of what's going to come up in the episode, I choose like our funniest like little moment that happens in the thing, or like the biggest reaction that one of us gave. I think there's gonna be like 10 times the amount in this episode than normal, so I'm gonna give one of the worst reactions, because there's gonna be so many more if you actually
right.
Go
It'll
through
be good, but you're not gonna even realize, because if you watch
Exactly.
it on Patreon, there's gonna be more. Okay, I see.
So go and check the Patreon out, but if you haven't done that and you're still not convinced by everything we said, then here's a little clip.
Last time was bad. This time's good. I can finally hear him for the first time. He just had to unlock his emotions.
I'll stand by you. I'll stand.
That's so fucking cringe.
It's cute. It's cute, Stanz. What else is he gonna sing to? And we're back. Stanz, insane episode. Holy shit. I think you said this last episode. I think this might be the best episode of Glee we ever had.
I am going to respectfully disagree.
Wait,
this episode
actually?
was not as insane. I think you hyped it up too much, making me think it was going to be scandalous. And it was insane in terms of just good TV.
Oh, no. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not saying insane as in like, wow, because the teacher plot line turns out they handled it pretty well. We'll get into the details of everything.
I thought it was going to be like the forbidden episode. Like, oh, can't play this in 2023.
Like, this is like, there was so much that happened, so many good songs. I think this is like the best Glee episode we've had, as in like every aspect of Glee I think was done amazingly this episode. The songs, the plot lines, the character developments, the drama, the funny, the jokes, the everything hit, and we'll go through all of it. But this was like so good. When I realized it was this episode, all I wanted to do was watch it. I didn't want to even talk at all before doing it.
You said that. You were like, hey, let's just rush through the beginning.
Yeah. What did I say exactly? This episode of Glee is so juicy, I just want to watch it. Fuck the slop. is what I said to you.
You did say that.
And then we did 40 minutes of slop, which is crazy.
You made me. I tried to end the slop early, and you were
did.
like, no, we must continue
For the people. I'm a man of the people. Stanz, I want you to address all of the crazy things that happened this episode, and we'll talk about each one. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the fact that this music teacher is making them stare into each other's eyes and sing ballads. That's crazy.
That was the opener of the episode. The whole thing is the episode's called Ballad, and they've got to they've got to sing ballads to each other. So it doesn't have to be like a duet, but you've got to sing it to the other person and express your feelings. Crazy to basically, like, it didn't end up being like that, but to set up like couples, basically, like romantic couplings, crazy to do.
Agreed. And that's what led to a lot of the drama. For example, Finn and Kurt, Kurt still having this unrequited love. The main character, Stephanie, Lady Gaga, and Mr. Schuester being paired up.
What the fuck are you talking? Stephanie Lady Gaga. What did you just say? Is this Mad Libs? What the fuck happened?
Lady Gaga's real name is Stephanie.
Did you have a stroke?
You'll never be famous, Stephanie, the famous Facebook page.
I don't know why you said
this
Stephanie.
Is not a bit. I can't remember her name.
Rachel.
Yes, thank you, Rachel. Rachel Berry.
I'm taking my headphones off. I quit, dude. That's crazy. That's insane.
I have a real hard time with names sometimes.
This episode 10 stands.
Yeah, 10 is not enough. Not enough at all.
Fucking hell. That's crazy.
But that was a crazy thing, obviously, setting them up, right?
Yeah. Which one do we want to talk about first? Because I feel like each coupling is like its own plot line of the episode.
I would agree with you. Up to you. I don't care. It's all good. It's all
okay,
slop.
let's start with fun. which ended up being Schuester and Rachel's like coupling, was really fun, which is crazy because it was about pedophilia. Right?
Yeah, it was questionable to say the least. It was this kind of like high school teacher, high school girl relationship, and that is not okay, obviously.
Yeah, and they addressed it like it's not okay and kept on consistently doing that, and the whole plot line was basically Schuester trying to figure out how to turn down Rachel, which is good. Yes. However, there is one point.
However, I see.
In the mashup of Don't Stand So Close to Me and Young Girl, which all of the lyrics in those two songs, the premise of both of those songs, Stanz, are there is a young girl who, in the show, in Glee, the premise is that there is a young girl who's interested in him, so he's trying to avoid that and let her down easy. However, both of the songs that he did a mashup of that he used as like the lyrics to tell her, he was specifically saying like, listen to the lyrics, I mean all of these lyrics. He said that word for word before he started this song.
And he does.
Both of those songs are about an older man looking at a younger, underage woman and going, she looks hot, but I can't fuck her because she's underage. That's both of those songs are that perspective.
Based. Unproblematic. That's what I'm saying. He can't do it because he understands it's wrong.
Yes, but the premise of the songs, this is actually crazy for you to say yes there. I need to replay my face because
he doesn't do it. He doesn't do anything.
No, I'm not talking about Will Schuester. I'm talking about the songs the actual songs, the people that wrote them are like, they would and did fuck underage girls. This is
in real life you're talking about.
Yes, this is but
in the
real
song
life
they say no, not me. Don't stand
in the
so
song
close.
they're going, damn, that 16-year-old looks so hot. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's weird.
Crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he used
but at
those
least it's
lyrics.
not like I would have sex with a 16-year-old right now. Nothing stopping me, and I will do it. Don't clip
he's saying he's. He's not. He's
doing too many impressions. Every week, there's one of us doing a dumbass voice saying the worst thing you've ever heard,
and I use it for the intro every time. That's gonna be a great one.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, what my point is. The song isn't going, hey, you're attracted to me, but I'm refusing this and I'm not attracted to you. It is saying, you're 16 years old, you're attractive as fuck. The only reason I'm not going to sleep with you is because you're 16. But also, I'm going to write that in a song so that legally all the 16-year-olds that I've slept with can't sue me because I can point to this song and be like, hey, listen, I would never do this.
I told you to leave,
Yeah, let me pull up some of the lines in the mashup. Again, I'm not going to pull up the lines of the individual songs. I'm going to choose the specific lines that Will Schuester chose to say in the song.
His words. Yeah.
Yes. So the first verse makes sense. Because he's like, during the first verse, very funny, he's pointing at himself when he's saying young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl's fantasy. And as he says schoolgirl's fantasy, he points at Will.
Points to himself.
Points at Rachel. So it's very funny on the nose. The first verse, I think, makes sense. The second verse, however, I think both of the songs get a little bit more fruity and they couldn't pick out lines that really made sense. So he says, temptation, frustration, so bad it makes him cry.
That's weird. You know what? That's weird.
And he sang that line. And then beneath your perfume and makeup, you're just a baby in disguise. So... that's fine. You're saying that she's young, but saying that line after temptation, frustration so bad it makes him cry.
He wants to fuck a baby.
Yeah, he's admitting to wanting to fuck. It's crazy. And then get out of here before you have the time to change your mind, because I'm afraid you'll go too far. So that part of the song, that song is written in the third person. So it's from a person that's talking about Will Schuester's character in that. Because he starts off the song, young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy, which is him, but it's sang from the third person. So this line, get out of here before you have the time to change your mind, because I'm afraid you'll go too far, that's his inner monologue talking to himself. So he's saying to himself, get out of here before I change my mind about not wanting to fuck you. Yeah.
Right.
Just after saying you're a baby in disguise.
it's weird. It's weird, man.
It's insane. And during the recording of our fucking live commentary, I said to Stanz, those lyrics were insane. That's so fucked up. And he's like, no, he's based. Will Schuster's so based.
He's trying to tell her this is not okay because the last time, and this is maybe some of you don't watch these episodes, you just hear us fucking riff. He told the girl to her face, a student who was in love with him, this is not okay. This is unacceptable. Obviously, you don't see that. I need to tell you.
The pepper girl.
And she tried to kill herself. They made it cutesy with like a pepper thing, but she tried to fucking kill herself.
I don't think she... Maybe.
Bro, she takes it out of a vial. It's like very obviously supposed to be like trying to kill herself.
Yeah.
And then she rushes to the hospital. And so he's just looking out for Rachel Berry's life.
Okay, yes. So let's go. Bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the line, Stanz. Temptation, frustration so bad it makes him cry. Does that make that okay?
It's weird. I'll tell you that. Hey, it's weird. But
he
done
shouldn't
for
have
the
said
right
it.
reasons.
The first verse, perfect, fine, is okay.
Yeah.
Bookmark it. She's close now. This girl is half his age.
Yeah.
Sure. Young teacher, the subject of school, go fight. Yeah, that's fine. Don't stand so close to me. Young girl, you're out of your mind. Your love for me is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. The chorus, perfect. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
here's the deal. A song can't be 30 seconds.
Disguise.
A song can't be 30 seconds. He was just like, well, now let's finish out the song.
Yeah, well, just don't do the second verse, dude. You're a teacher. Just to change it. I don't know. Fucking crazy. It's crazy that you're defending this just for the sake of a podcast. Because I know if we weren't doing this podcast, you'd be like, yeah, anyone that agrees with that would be crazy.
You got a point there.
Okay, we can now go off this. But that second verse is fucking insane. And I remembered it being bad. And then when we were listening to it, I was like, damn, that's much worse than I thought. That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
I was going into it thinking they were going to be singing some nasty shit to each other based on what you said. So that's why I felt like so okay about it.
In general, the whole episode, Schuester actually does a reasonably good job. There was only a couple of times where he was like,
besides driving her home alone, like everything was like, he's trying to do the right thing, and he is not.
And there were a lot of funny jokes that were done, and it didn't feel like they were too cringe. Like, obviously they were cringe and they were meant to be cringe, right? It wasn't, we weren't meant to go, oh, this is funny and normal that Rachel wants to fuck a teacher, you know?
And they reintroduced Emma in a way that was like funny. And like the song was
Emma
not
was
only to her, but to Emma, and Emma was obviously
very
coming
nice.
Her pants, fanning herself literally during
as
the song.
much as we rip into Schuester for like flirting with her so much in the early episodes, I do now that she's back. I realized I missed her in previous episodes. I like her little addition.
Right. Yeah, of course.
And then the other side that you touched on is the Finn and Kurt ballad. They were paired together.
Just developing the most wholesome, nice friendship. Sharing things with each other, validating each other's feelings, standing strong when the person was feeling weak. And the only problem was the entire time, Finn is trying to turn him gay. It's like
Kurt's trying to turn Finn gay.
Kurt.
But yes,
Kurt is trying to
you're
turn
right.
Finn gay. And it's like, dude, stop. Be his friend. Like, this is, don't make this, don't make this about you.
I understand, obviously, cringe to know that he's straight and go for him, but it's fine. I like having a crush on him is totally fine.
Oh, totally. Having a crush on him is not the problem.
Yeah, and I even think the lines of him going like, "Hey, aren't girls cringe?" I think they're fine. I think they're fine.
It did turn a corner though. When he was talking to the friend group and they're like, they're so sad. And he's like, I know just what to say. And you think he's going to say something wholesome. And he's like, so you done with girls? Yeah, it's like, dude, stop. This is really serious.
I also think that was kind of funny. I don't know. And then he goes back to being there for him in another scene. Like if you then went fully like cringe, I would agree. But the next scene, they have like a heart-to-heart about their dead parents. And it's like, fuck, this is like so well written.
Yeah, and then he convinces him to sing a ballad, though, and that was bad.
It's bad advice, but it's still like a bonding moment. And Finn did it. True. It's not like you don't have to do everything your friends say. He was just trying to use the words of Glee, the words of our Lord and Savior Schuester, to make sure that Finn was okay and to be there for him, which is very nice. And also, now that I'm thinking about it, to sabotage their relationship. I forgot about that was his ulterior motive. So
That's
maybe he was doing that on purpose.
Kind of what I'm worried about.
Sorry, I catch.
That's okay. That's
picked
okay.
up what
Because
you're
I
putting
actually
down
do
now.
think their relationship is great. They are like
Yes.
actually best friends. You know how you complain about the fact that Puck and him say they're best friends all the time but never show it?
Yeah. This
Kurt
is
and
like
Finn
an actual
actually do the
development.
best friend thing.
Yeah. And they continue to throughout every season of Glee. They are probably one of my favorite like relationships in Glee.
Is that what you answered in the quiz? Was that your one that you were worried
No,
about?
because they aren't
Finn?
based, and they didn't put Finn and Kurt on there, which is cringe.
Damn.
Maybe they did actually. I only saw one, and I was like, "We need to go off this so you don't get spoilers." And I was like, "That one."
Fair enough.
So I might have missed my actual favorite. We need to go back to that quiz at some point once we
At the at the
once
end
we've
of
done
something.
every single season of Glee.
7
we'll go
years from
back.
now, we'll go back to this moment.
We'll go back and answer what our favorite food is. Yay!
Woo! Curry.
Were there any other couplings that were interesting?
No, because they didn't actually go through with it. They didn't sing their songs. Like they only did those two.
Yeah, they
I
didn't
wanted
sing
to
their
know
songs.
what Puck and Mercedes was going to do.
They didn't sing their song stands, but there were like 5 songs this episode, so I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, but they were between
we had
the
a
same
lot of songs.
people. I really, because they had the scene where Mercedes walks into the room and Puck's like, "Hey, we got to be practicing," and I was like, "Oh, cool. This is an interesting like dynamic."
You wanted another song in an episode of Glee, Stanz? That's
I
crazy.
wanted to know what the song would be because that would hint at like relationship development here. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry, I was going to say something. Spoilers.
Oh.
No spoilers from me about future songs.
it.
Because there are some good future songs, but
I've seen top 100 songs in Glee, by the way. So
yeah, but you don't remember anything ever of anything.
no, I remember what does the fox say?
This is the best one. Outside of the couplings, then, the biggest plot line of the episode probably is we finally had the Quinn revealing her pregnancy to her parents, which is something that we've been talking about for many episodes, and it didn't go very well.
Yeah, you had Quinn revealing it to her parents and Puck revealing that he's the father to Mercedes.
Oh,
the
yes.
reason, in my opinion, the reason Mercedes is on the phone there is to show that she's like a little bit of a gossip. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna talk. She's gonna tell Tina, and Tina's gonna tell Artie maybe, and it's gonna get around.
Yeah,
so,
Tina,
two big reveals.
Artie, Mercedes, and Kurt are definitely like the tightest group out of Glee Club. I think they're like a clique within themselves. So next episode is going to be like them telling each other, right? That's got to be,
exactly.
and it gets out. So interested to see. So we've had already the downfall of like everyone finding out that Quinn's pregnant, but now finding out that Puck's the real father, and then Finn finding out. That's going to be
especially when
crazy.
she's living with Finn. So we didn't talk about it yet, but her parents kicked her out after the ballot, after it's all revealed.
Yeah. It was
she is living
horrible
with
scene.
Finn and his mom, and Finn is going to find out that Puck is the father.
Yeah,
and
whilst
he's
they're
gonna
living
realize that
together.
hot tubs don't actually carry babies.
You're not having my baby.
Oh, that song was also insane. That is actually maybe the most insane part. If you want to spend $5 for the Patreon, this is the time, because him singing that and the weird ass lyrics in front of her parents when she's like 16, fucking weird.
Was it better or worse than when he was singing "I'll Stand By You" to the sonogram on his laptop?
No, that was just funny. That was
That was
just funny.
so
This was
fucking
weird.
funny.
In fact, even weirder than the Schuester and Stephanie stuff is him singing that song.
You know her name. Please stop
Rachel.
doing this to me.
I actually forgot the moment, but it was Rachel.
It's actually insane. It has to be a bit that you keep on forgetting her name. It's
I promise
crazy.
it's not. I promise it's not.
The songs this episode were fucking bangers. I understand I went over how cringe the lyrics were in the mashup that we had, but damn, is Schuster a pretty good singer, and I don't know, I just like his vibe and tone of voice and everything about him, and I love Will Schuster, and he's really cool.
You've mentioned that. You know, I think you mentioned that a couple
Episode
times.
1, I was like, damn, Schuster's really hot. It's basically stuck from then.
You're Rachel. You're literally Rachel.
He wrote that song about me, dude. He wants me
Yeah,
to stand close to him.
Oh, I heard the lyrics now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then again, I was having a rant at the end of the recording of the live commentary that I will now carry on right here.
Okay.
They need to address the fact that every single episode is now ending with a group performance from everyone that is carried by Mercedes that ends in her doing the most fucking disgusting, dirty, amazing runs of her life, hitting notes that no other like singer on the show could even dream of hitting, and they just don't ever address it ever. She's not ever gone like, oh yeah, she like eventually, spoiler alert, there is a whole entire episode discussing the fact that Rachel gets everything and Mercedes doesn't, and it's crazy because Mercedes is like able to fight toe to toe like vocally with Rachel 100%. I feel like Rachel's a great singer, don't get me wrong, but like I would say they're great at different things, but they're on the same level. And it's crazy to me that, I mean, I know why, right? We need to address the elephant in the room as to why Rachel is the star and Mercedes isn't.
Yeah. You know, racism and like body shaming. There's a lot of reasons.
There's a long list of reasons,
especially when the show was made.
Cringe.
We're not talking about 2023. We're talking about when it was like actually totally normal and fine to have this happen. And it's something I feel like I brought up every episode. That's like, oh, there's the characters who aren't white doing their little caper while the other characters get like plot development.
Yeah, but it just sucks when it's like, I guess, I don't know. It feels weird now that I'm thinking about it for me to be more mad about the vocal performances and less mad about like the actual characteristics of the characters in the show not being very good for like the minorities.
Yeah, no, I care about the characteristics. It's like there's some stereotypes in there, especially in the early episodes where I'm like, oh yeah.
You're looking at the performances and the characters and the that they have to like portray and that it's cringe, and I'm just like, we can literally hear the notes that she's singing and know what the character is singing these notes, and it's crazy that they're just gonna do that and not address the fact that she's fucking killing it. And it's crazy. Every single song that they've done so far that has been like, oh, we're just doing this for you guys, like, keep holding on, Quinn, we're there for you, and all that stuff, that are like ending the episodes. They're doing those songs for like the viewers. They're not doing those songs because they're going to perform them at sectionals. And all of them are Mercedes fucking killing it and should be the sectional songs. Like, it's crazy that Schuester doesn't go, wait, sorry, rewind.
One more time? Yeah. I've said, when were you guys practicing that?
Yeah, let's just do all of the songs that Mercedes sings for fucking sectionals and we'll win. This is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be many more times of me getting progressively more and more annoyed. But 2 episodes in a row of ending on me going, listen to this run from Mercedes Stanz, this is crazy, and then her hitting insane notes, it gets you at some point. It's crazy.
Totally. Yeah, I'm on board. Maybe not for the same exact reasons, but we can stand arm in arm.
That they should be treating these characters better. So true.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that I like want to address this instant. Have you got any plot points that you're like, damn, that was crazy?
Nothing too crazy. This episode was great.
Cheers, Jeff. Thank you for that one.
Yeah, I thought back to it and went, you know what? This is a great episode.
I genuinely think this is the most, like I said, it's the most Glee episode for me. And because I love Glee, I think this was my favorite episode so far.
They definitely added back some of the humor from the first 2 episodes that I like more than the rest of the show. Like him singing to the sonogram is like very episode 1 and 2.
Something we forgot to mention. I'm glad that you mentioned about the humor.
Or the Pepper Girl.
Because it was like so funny. No, you're not thinking back far enough. The first the first song that they sang, the cutaways, the inner monologues, and then the continuous inner monologues throughout the things, the little comments that they were making as they were singing. Puck saying like, holy shit.
I'm looking at her ass. Oh, she saw me and stuff.
Wait, Finn said that. What did Puck say?
Oh, sorry, Finn. Puck said...
Oh, I'm going commando now. I'm wearing no
he's
pants
like, it feels
at
so
all.
good. Yeah, I love commando days. Yeah.
Just whilst Rachel and Schuester were singing. It was great. And so it felt like this episode of Glee did everything that Glee does well. It did it like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, if you had to show someone an episode that is like, what is Glee? It's like, this episode probably could get you there.
Heartfelt relationships, drama, little juicy,
and some silliness.
Amazing songs and very, very funny one-liners. Yeah, I think, holy shit, I've just realized something, Stanz.
What?
Sue Sylvester wasn't in this episode.
Was the best episode of Glee Sue-less?
We keep on having realizations when they remove a character. We're like, damn, this is great. Like when
that
Emma
was you
wasn't
when
in
they
it.
first removed Emma. I'm an Emma stan.
No.
I'm
You
on board.
said maybe I don't care about Emma because this was the best
'cause
episode
the
so far.
was good. We're basically doing that with Sue now. I see what you're saying.
That's what. Yeah, we're doing the same thing.
But
I
then
just
Sue
realized
comes
she's not
back
in
and we'll
it.
go, my goat, can't do it without her.
Right? Yeah, like last episode was so good. You said that was an amazing episode last episode, and that was all Sue basically. So yeah, this show's just so good. It's just a really good show. And if you're not
It is a
watching
good show.
with us, you don't even have to, like, obviously I want you to pay for the Patreon, right? But you don't even have to pay for the Patreon. Just
get Disney Plus.
watch the show. Just at least watch the episodes in between because it is genuinely really good. If you're watching this far and you're not watching the episodes, I'm calling you out, Jamie. You're crazy. At least watch the show in between, all right? I understand that you're at work, but it's crazy.
Percentages. Because I can't imagine listening to this podcast without the show. It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, I was talking to our friend Jamie about it, and he was like, well, I listen on Spotify whilst I'm at work. So I was like, yeah, but you don't watch the episodes. That's insane. He's like, yeah, well, I just kind of like remember what happened in the episodes, and I'm like, oh yeah, that
You
happened.
don't
That's cool.
know. That's the crazy thing, because even you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember shit,
Yeah.
and I definitely watched it sooner than he last watched it. He watched it
and more attentively,
when it came out.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, in summary, best episode of Glee ever. This show is amazing. You should be watching the show. It's sick.
It is sick.
Cool. I think that's it. I think we've talked for a long time. This is going to be a long episode, but it's going to be a good long episode.
They're all long episodes, brother. You got me slaving away.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Next, you're going to hop on stream and make out that I'm stealing all the money from Binge and Cringe again, because that's crazy.
I think people say that, and I just don't tell the truth. It's
No,
not that I'm
people say
lying.
that because you went live on stream and went, damn, this guy makes more money than me because of Binge and Cringe, which is crazy.
It has
We
nothing to do with
split
Binge and
it.
Cringe. Yeah, here's the truth. It has nothing to do with Binge and Cringe. It has to do with the rest of everything else.
Yeah, but
Binge and
it was,
Cringe doesn't
you
move the
went,
needle.
damn, Binge and Cringe, that's crazy. I was like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is,
just that
we
reminded me.
split it. This is insane.
Yeah, so it can't have an effect. It is impossible to have an effect. It just zeroes out.
Okay, so thank you very much
we're
for
outta here.
watching.
Watch the episode. Watch it twice.
Famous outro stands.
Oh no. Okay.
It's crazy you never have. It's just
Oh,
you
I
think of
forget.
one on the spot, right?
I know.
It's-
That's what I just did. I'm Stanz. Want a Fanta?
I'm ending this recording right now. That's the worst one yet.
That's all I can think of.